Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Herbert Bass, and today I will be presenting my persuasive speech on conserving Earth's resources. Today I have my audience, which I will let them introduce themselves.
Teresa,
Janelle,
DJ,
Contessa,
Vance.
Thank you for joining me today. As we all know, the Earth is a very big place. There are a lot of individuals on the Earth. We are consuming Earth's resources at an alarming rate nowadays because there are more people living on Earth than there were even 100 years ago. There are over 300 million cars on the road today, and all those cars need to use oil. Oil is a major source of economy within the world today because oil is used in a wide variety of applications. Oil is used in the production of tires. You have to use oil in your car, and oil is also a product which is used to make gasoline. Gasoline is made from crude oil. As you know, there is no more oil being made in the world today. Oil is a natural resource that was made millions and millions of years ago. So we have to learn ways of conserving oil. Ways of doing this is to limit our driving, planning better routes to and for work and from work to home, picking up groceries or doing shopping and things like that on your way home from work. Utilizing and not doing unnecessary driving can be a big advantage in saving oil and gasoline and resources. I know that everybody's financial situation isn't the same, but switching to alternative forms of gasolines as far as using biofuels, biodiesel for cars is a good way. Using hybrids, which run on 50% gasoline, 50% electricity, or either going to fully electric cars, which use no gasoline. They are purely 100% electric. Another natural resource I would like to talk about conserving is coal. Coal is a big industry around the world. Coal is used in a lot of different things, but the largest application that coal is used in is to power plants for electricity. Millions and millions of tons of coal is burned each month around the world to supply electricity to different nations, cities, and countries. Basically what coal is used for in these facilities is to burn. It burns, it heats up large boilers full of water, which the steam in turn turns turbines, which produces electricity. A lot of countries that don't have nuclear power, nuclear capability, or hydroelectric power use coal because coal is readily available. You can find coal on almost every continent, but it's being used in such a large amount and so much that we're we're digging up the coal and using the coal so fast that we're going to run out of it within the next 120 years. America has the largest deposit of coal in the world, but we use the least amount of it. China uses the most coal, but they don't have as large deposit as we do, so coal is exported to these other countries. But we still need to find a way to decrease our amount of electrical use as far as using electricity. One way of doing that is turning off your lights when you're not using them in rooms that you're not occupying at that time. Turning off your televisions when you go to sleep at night instead of leaving them on all night. Even certain things like this will reduce your electric bill in your household by 10% or more. The next natural resource I would like to talk about is water. Water, in my opinion, is the most important of all natural resources because every living being on earth needs water. We need it to survive. If you didn't know, there is less than 1% of fresh drinking water on the face of the earth, even though the earth is covered by 75% water. You might be saying, yes, the oceans, we can drink the water, but there's a very complicated and very time-consuming process it takes to go through to get that water where it is drinkable. So basically what I'm saying is the water that we have now readily available to us is drinkable. That means that all we have to do is get it out the ground, purify it, very simply purified, and we're able to drink it. Most of the water that we drink, all we have to do is boil it and we're able to drink it. Ways that we can learn how to conserve water is when you're brushing your teeth, just to turn off the water while you're brushing your teeth, and then when you get ready to rinse your mouth off or rinse off your toothbrush, you turn the water back on. Even things like when you're taking a shower, while you're lathering up, turn off the shower while you're lathering up, and then turn the shower back on when you want to rinse the soap off of you. We need to do these things to preserve these resources because they do not replenish themselves. Oil, coal, and water are not refundable. We can't get those items back. Once they're gone, they're gone. Even though water is produced, it's produced in such a low amount every year that we'll never see it. So the water that we have now that we drink, we need to keep that and use that and reuse it in the best way we can. There are alternative ways of producing electricity in the world. There are nuclear power plants, there are windmills, and there's also solar power. Over in Europe, there are mandates that some countries in Europe have to use windmills, wind power, and solar power to power the electricity in the homes. Even here, there are some states that are moving to that initiative. California is one. Mostly all the new homes that are built in California right now have some kind of solar power or wind power electricity produced to their homes. So in closing, we as the human beings on this planet need to conserve and find alternative ways of producing electricity, energy for our cars, and water in our homes. Because once these resources are gone, there's no replacing them. I hope that I've touched on a point with everybody today. Have a good evening, and thank you for listening to my speech.